Hello, 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 my friends. My name is Evelyn Joy, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I have some breaking news for you. Yes, it's true. VIPKID is now hiring in the UK, Philippines, and South Africa. I'm going to be talking about this. What I'm saying is my personal opinion. So I'm going to be sharing my personal opinion and perspective. And I'm actually coming at this from two separate sides. I think that this is a good thing for some, but also something we need to be aware of as American teachers, right? Okay. So as employees of VIPKID, we should be informed. And so that's why I'm sharing this information, because this hasn't been sent out to the general teachers. So I'm letting you guys know. This is not hearsay. This is true. How do I know that this is true and not just spam? Because one of my first thoughts that came to mind, and some people mentioned, is, oh, maybe this is a copycat company using VIPKID's name and hiring people in other countries. Because VIPKID really built their company on this premise that they have Native American speakers, right? So now they're hiring in the UK, the Philippines, and South Africa. And so I also come at so I know that's not true, because the website that it connects you to is indeed VIPKID. It's not a different website, right? It is our dear old VIPKID. So they are doing this. So there are now ads on Facebook for the UK, the Philippines, and South Africa. So another thought that comes to mind is, I am so glad for people that will be given this opportunity that didn't have this opportunity before. I have one friend from the UK that lives in the US, and she does this job. She's a YouTuber. I have another friend who's a YouTuber from South Africa, and she has a very neutral accent, and she is a VIPKID teacher and a YouTuber, and I'm so happy she has her job. I was hired, the person that interviewed me was actually from the Philippines who interviewed me. So I know VIPKID has here or there about maybe 1% of teachers not necessarily from America originally, but have pretty neutral accents. Now they're more drawing towards that, leaning towards that, and we're going to look at maybe some reasons for that. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share with you what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you some of these ads. Okay. All right, so this is one of the ads. VIPKID, let me make it bigger so you can see it better. VIPKID now in South Africa. And again, the reason I know this is true is because it says no reply _ vipkid.com.cn. That is the email, the email that you cannot reply to, that sends out ads for our dear old company VIPKID. So I know that this is not spam. This is actually vipkid.com.cn that is sending this out, right? You could not have this email if you did not work for VIPKID. So the first thing is there's an ad for South Africa. And I believe in the comments someone chose the UK one as well. People are talking about it. Oh, here's the one for the Philippines. So the Philippines, they're paying $3 to $5 per hour to their teachers. Okay, I'm going to talk about this in a minute and how it may or may not affect us, right? More like may following. People are funny. All right, so somewhere I also saw someone shared, okay, people are talking about it. All right, somewhere someone also shared, I'm going to share my screen and share the other window. This one is the one for the Philippines. Now, this is a little bit more concerning. I'll tell you why. Because these teachers are paid less. So there would be more incentive to VIPKID to give more hours to teachers that they don't have to pay as much, right? Which is fine, but it's changing the whole premise of what VIPKID was built on, right? $3 to $5 per hour. So that is much less. For those of you who know, now they are hiring VIPKID teachers from America at like $7 per class, which is a 25-minute class. So we're still making $14 to $22 an hour. They're advertising that. But to the teachers that, I didn't pull it up for you, but I saw the ad for the UK. They are advertising $14 to $22 for the UK as well. So this is reminiscent of iTutor Group. What iTutor Group does is they hire Native American speakers all over. They have students all over Asia and American speakers from all over the world, but their pay for teachers is according to where that teacher lives. So, my friend Tim who lives in Malaysia, he has a YouTube channel, Online Teacher Dude. If he were to work for iTutor Group, he would make pennies, as opposed to if he lived in Canada, where he's from, he would get paid, comparable to VIPKid. So your location affects your pay with iTutor Group, and it seems like VIPKid is going down that route as well. Now, we've been seeing VIPKid cutting incentive pay. We've been seeing them cracking down on just really minor parent complaints. A parent complaint, they said, oh, you're only allowed a certain amount of complaints, and then you go under review. I went under review. So with all this, I think these are learning opportunities. So there's part of me that I'm like, my heart has been hurting for the whole world because we're all like on lockdown. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are struggling to feed their families. So coming from that perspective, I totally want this job opportunity for other people. This job has blessed my family so much. Oh, something I haven't mentioned on my channel is I just recently signed my 7th contract. So now I get a pay cut, want. But I just hit 3 years since I started with VIPKid. And so Facebook is showing me, oh, it was your first day at VIPKid 3 years ago. You posted this picture and stuff like that. So it's so fun because now that I have OutSchool, I also was talking to a friend of mine, Hillary, and she said, she's been getting up at 2:30 a.m., working long hours with VIPKid, just to make ends meet. And I was telling her about OutSchool. The thing that's awesome is we're independent contractors. Nowhere in our contract does it say we can't work for another company. Nowhere in our contract does it say you can only work for VIPKid, you can't work for OutSchool or anything like that. So you are welcome to diversify and work for more than one company because you're an independent contractor. You don't have a boss, you are your boss, right? But you do work under the guidelines of your company, right? So as VIPKid is diversifying and spreading out their wings, and getting teachers from more places, there may be a drop in bookings. Now, I saw VIPKid teachers mentioning, can we even call Sunday night a frenzy anymore? How many bookings did you guys get? So that's kind of a joke. Sunday nights usually when people get the bulk of their bookings, and we usually call it a frenzy, but it seems people are getting less and less at that time. So some people are saying that their bookings are looking like Swiss cheese, and people are saying, having trouble signing in to the VIPKid app, teacher app, or it might malfunction and they get a teacher no-show when it should be a problem on their end and stuff like that. So we're seeing reasons why we should diversify and have a second option, right? I love working for OutSchool and VIPKid. I personally work for VIPKid Friday and Saturday nights because, as you know, when you live in the West, when you live in America or Canada, your hours are early mornings every day of the week, or Friday and Saturday nights. So I stopped getting up early. Have you noticed? I didn't put any makeup under my eyes. I don't have bags under my eyes. I am well rested. My baby slept through the night. It was amazing. I slept through the night. It was amazing. I woke up at 8 a.m., which is a dream. I made breakfast for my family, and now I'm talking to you guys. So I'm going to be teaching classes today without school, teaching Spanish classes at noon, at 3 p.m., at 2 p.m. So I've got 3 classes today. So I've chosen to diversify. And without school, I'm making more money per class than I did with VIPKid. I teach about 7 students, $5 each. I get 70% of the pay. And so I make $24.50 in 30 minutes, which is awesome. So anyway, I thought what tends to happen with VIPKid is they'll roll out something new and they won't let us know about it right away. And so then people will start to talk about it and there'll be chatter on the Facebook groups and on the Hutong. And then people will start to complain and be upset. And then VIPKid will address the issues and let us know, oh, yeah, well, I guess you guys might want to know we are hiring from other countries. One thing that was suggested is, as in America, laws have been changing that have been making it more difficult, more strenuous on employers that want to hire Americans, independent contractors. Independent contractors in California, for example, and New York and New Jersey, all sorts of different states are passing laws that are making it so difficult. The lawmakers put it out like, oh, we're helping independent contractors, but really they're hurting us and they need to step out of the way and stop regulating on us. A lot of times lawmakers will do this. They will act like, oh, we're going to do something that's going to help you. We're going to require your employer to give you medical insurance. And the thing is, rather than the employer wanting to provide that or looking for a way to provide that, they look for a way to hire from other countries. So that's why I think government needs to back up a little bit as far as getting involved with our jobs. But that's just my 2 cents about that. But yeah, I'm going to share this sentiment right here. Share this. MetaWinks says, this is sad. I just signed my 8th contract in September. I cannot teach during the day. Does OutSchool do evening classes? Oh, excellent question. OutSchool teaches anytime you want to. Okay, here's a great way that I heard it explained. VIPKid is like the Hilton Hotel, right? Every hotel chain looks exactly the same. It's high class. It looks really nice, right? They provide the curriculum. Every class looks about the same. They say you need to look a certain way. You need to have a certain type of background. You need to teach in a certain way, right? With OutSchool, it's more like, what do you call it? I don't remember the name of it. But there's a company that has an app that you can like rent someone's basement. So it's not a hotel, but it's cheaper. And so they take 30% for using their platform. And you set up your basement to look like a hotel, to look however you want, and you advertise on their website and they take 30%. So you set it up according to how you want. So that's what OutSchool is. OutSchool, you can teach morning, you can teach night, you can teach daytime, you can teach in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day, any time of day. Because the students with OutSchool are all over the world, and the teachers with OutSchool are from Canada and America because of the background check. So with OutSchool, you have to set up your own class. Originally, I thought that making my own curriculum would be so difficult, but I found out that it's super easy. So I share my screen. I teach Spanish. I'm fluent in Spanish. I share my screen. I open up a Google Doc. I ask my students, I'll say, okay, today we're going to talk about furniture, and I'll go through the list of students. There will be 7 students in the class, and I'll give them each a turn to talk. And I'll say, name an article, name a furniture item in your house. And so it gets the students involved. They each have a turn. A sofa, a bed, a door, a lamp. Name a furniture item or something in your house, and they'll always try to trick me like treadmill or something. If there's a word that I don't know in Spanish, I'll Google search it and we'll look it up together, right? Oh, learned a new word. That's awesome. Learn treadmill in Spanish, right? So what I do is I don't have to do any prior prep work other than just, I open up the class, Zoom class with 7 students. I speak Spanish fluently. This is a beginner class. Okay, today we're going to talk about furniture. Tell me some furniture items. And I'm typing up my notes. So the notes serves as my whiteboard. And then also I send a link to that Google Doc to all the parents afterwards. And so they get that Google Doc. So I don't spend any prior prep time to my Spanish classes. I just decide before the class. Okay, we're going to talk about furniture items. Okay, we're going to talk about favorite animals. We're going to talk about activities we like to do. So I teach them words and phrases in Spanish. So that's what I do for my OutSchool classes. Other people do other OutSchool classes. They may teach one of my favorite ones that my kids took. I signed my kids up for a lot of classes and I made YouTube videos of them taking the classes. One of them was a Fruit Loops class. So it was a little preschool class, Fruit Loops. You know, divide the Fruit Loops into different colors. That's sorting, right? Then take 3 blues and 2 reds. How much is that? 3 plus 2. Oh, 5. Now eat 1. What's 5 minus 1? Oh, 4. So it's doing math. And then we did a craft with it. They had some yarn and they made a necklace. So that was the 30-minute class. I paid $10 for my girls to take that class. It was so cool. And that teacher made some money just teaching a simple class. So I've been talking to my friend Hillary lately. She's struggling to make ends meet, waking up at 2:30 a.m., working her rear off with VIPKID. And, you know, they may be hiring from other countries. They might not be giving us as many hours because there's more incentive for them to want to give hours to someone with a neutral accent in the Philippines that can live off of $3 to $5 an hour, right? So there's more incentive for us to diversify and learn more about OutSchool possibly, right? So I was talking to my friend Hillary, and she is a former first grade teacher. She was a first grade teacher for 12 years. So I told her, look, set up some first grade classes, right? Think of like a 30-minute first grade workshop, like when you were a first grade teacher. Just set up a 30-minute first grade workshop, you know? Set up a 30-minute math workshop. So anyway, VIPKID hiring to other countries is not the end of our VIPKID job, but I think it's smart to diversify. You know what VIPKID's doing? They're diversifying. You know what we should do? We should diversify as well. So I keep my job with VIPKID on Friday and Saturday nights, and I'm also working for OutSchool. I also work, currently I'm not opening bookings with them right now, but I am hired on as a teacher with a similar platform that's brand new that is called Your Teachable Moment, and it's teaching adults. So I teach Spanish to adults. So when I see the need, for example, my friend Kelly said starting in January she'd like to take another Spanish class with me, I can set up another Spanish class for adults, you know, and have good times over there with some of my friends, teaching friends Spanish on Zoom. So I think this is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to share with people who are struggling financially in the UK, Philippines, and South Africa. I would rather VIPKID diversify if they are struggling financially, if they are worried about American laws that could end their job. I understand why they would want to diversify their teachers. I also have the right to diversify as an independent contractor, and you should be smart and informed on what's going on in China and what's going on with VIPKID so that you can have a backup plan, have a plan B, have a second job. I remember back to 3 years ago when I started at VIPKID, we were behind on our mortgage. We were in danger of losing our home. And I had 3 small children, and I was so worried about what we would do. I know that around the world right now there are people in that position, and I'm so happy for them in the UK, Philippines, and South Africa to be given this opportunity to have the same kind of job that I have been so blessed with as well. I'm also very thankful for OutSchool because I'm able to branch out and teach something I'm passionate about. I am so blessed with OutSchool. I have taught students from the UK, from Northern Ireland, from a country I've even heard of before in Europe, from Peru. I've taught students from Brazil, from France, from America, all over states I haven't been to, Maryland, California. It's awesome. It's so awesome because in one class, I have students from all over, and we can laugh and have fun together. And also during this time that we are stuck at home and a lot of kids are struggling with depression, I can have a fun, uplifting, happy class, and I can bring joy to kids around the world from my own home and make a few bucks. It's awesome. So I feel like VIP Kid doing this, it's not 100% a bad thing. I think it's a good thing for VIP Kid. I think it's a good thing for people that live in these countries. But it may be viewed as a negative thing for people that live in America because, as they get more and more teachers, or as they have teachers that, they don't have to pay as much, there's less incentive for us to get as many classes. So I think it's important to diversify. How many times can I say diversify in one video, right? But I just wanted to share this information with you guys because, in my opinion, VIP Kids should inform us and let us know of these things, and I'm sure they will soon, but I'm letting you guys know before they even mention it. All right, I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.